Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another off-the-cuff video with It's That Kid Greg. Um, I swear, these intros just keep getting more mixed in with the gray area intros. Um, so, before we start this one, I just want to give you guys a little update, some good news. My dad is out of the hospital, and he is recovering quite well. He's looking better than he did before he got in the hospital, which is always a good thing. And I'm sure with some time and, some exercise, he'll be back up at 100%. So I'm really grateful for that. And thank you to the viewers who put out good wishes and such. I really appreciated that. But on the topic of sick people, today we are discussing Hillary Clinton. Now, for those of you who may know, initially I was planning on doing a complete gray area on Hillary Clinton a while ago, and I just didn't feel like I had enough information because there was just so much to look into with her, and it was just too much, and I ran out of time, and then my dad got sick, and so I put that video off indefinitely. But we're going to talk about her more recently. So, as you all may or may not know, I was a Bernie Sanders supporter. I had sincerely wanted him to get the presidency. I saw a lot. I saw that I agreed with him on a lot of things. Maybe not necessarily on policy, but on a lot of key issues. I felt like he was the best candidate to choose. Getting money out of politics was a huge thing for me. Ending the mass incarceration of people in this country for smoking a little marijuana, that was also something I really, really agreed with. And so it was sad for me to see him not getting the presidency. And I have never been a huge fan of Hillary Clinton. I find her slimy. I think she's underhanded, sneaky. There's a lot about her that I just don't like. But one thing that I want to talk about is Hillary Clinton able to be the president right now? Because we've all seen the video of her seizing at the 9/11 memorial, and she's clearly not well. And this kind of concerns me because we've reached a point where the Democratic Party has put so much time and effort. They've invested so much into getting her this nomination. What will we possibly do if she is unable to become the president? Like, what will the Democrats do if she's physically unable to complete her run? Because nobody knows who the hell her VP is. He's like some weird unknown guy, and most of the people hate Trump. They hate Trump. So the question is, like, what is going to happen? It's very confusing. This is the first presidential election that I'm actually old enough to vote in. I was in middle school when Obama's first term started, and I was just under the voting age for his second term. So I'm really interested to see how these types of deals play out, because it's been a very turbulent election so far. We have Trump, the dark horse, the clown prince that no one expected to even make it past the first few debates, is the official nominee. And Hillary, who a lot of people, and these people obviously saw it coming. A lot of people thought that she was like confirmed to be the next president, are now kind of shaking in their boots because of her poll numbers. It's very strange. And I'm curious as what will people do if Trump gets elected? Personally, I don't care. I'm very much so, if Trump becomes president and people don't like it, it's their fault because they were given an out to Trump and they didn't pick it. You know what I mean? Bernie was always better against Trump in the polls than Hillary was. But Hillary was winning in terms of votes. But we see now what that has led to, because while Hillary was winning in votes, say what you will about that, she's now losing in polls against Trump. And, a lot of people are afraid of Trump. Personally, I'm not. I feel like if Trump becomes the president, his more eccentric ideas will not be able to be passed. Congress would never allow it. So him becoming the president does not bother me in the slightest. I think it would be a good laugh. I see Bush 2.0 with more comedy for everybody to enjoy. But the thing is, like, how will the Democrats possibly come back from such an absolute, like, fuck up? Because if you guys remember, when Trump became the nominee, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, how will Republicans possibly recover from this next time around?" The fact that they let Trump, of all people, become the nominee. It's like now the tables have turned. The shoe is on the other foot. Now we have a situation where, oh my God, how did the Democrats allow this sick elderly woman to be nominated as president when she clearly is physically unable to do so? And this, hey, maybe she will be strong enough to complete one term. I really don't think she can do 2 terms in her condition because, they said that she had pneumonia, and I'm not buying that at all. My mother had complicated pneumonia a while ago when I want to say like 2005 or 2006. My mom had complicated pneumonia. And the symptoms that Hillary shows, the shaking, the nearly passing out, man, that's not pneumonia symptoms. Not from what I've experienced anyway. So I definitely don't think that she's physically able to be the president of the United States, because the fact is, like, being the president is fucking taxing. We see this, pretty much everybody who has been the president of the United States ages like 50 years just from being in office. And if you're already sick, man, that must take a toll on you. It must take a toll on you. And so I'm really curious to see, like, if she does manage to win the presidency, which it's still a huge possibility. I'm not going to count her out just yet. But if she does manage to win the presidency, I'm curious to see if she'll even, like, be able to do a second term. And another thing is, I mean, my mom always says this, and it's weird because I kind of understand, even though it like, I don't relate in the slightest. My mom always says, I don't understand. She says, Hillary is a grandmother now. She's in her old age. Like, she should just be enjoying her grandchildren and living out her days peacefully. Why does she want to be the president? She's already been in the White House. She's already had more power than any woman on earth has possibly had in history. Why does she need the presidency also to validate herself? And that's a fair look at things, I mean, on the outside, it looks very simple. When you think about it, why does Hillary want to be the president so bad? Why does she feel so entitled to the presidency? Hillary has done more as a symbol for women who want to go into politics than any female in this country ever has. Hillary has single-handedly become the first female to ever secure an official nomination for President of the United States. That's amazing in and of itself. And I expect to see way more women running for president long after this election cycle. I mean, we already saw it here. We had Carly Fiorina. We had Jill Stein. I'm sure there will be more in the future who will walk, hopefully not directly in her footsteps, but will, you know what I mean, who will follow that road to the president's office, who will make the decisions, who will take those risks. And you know, a lot of I don't really understand like what her motivation is to be the president. It's so odd to me. She's done so much already. She already has so much power and influence in this world. What could she possibly gain from being the president? She has more connections in Washington than pretty much anybody else in the running who you can even think of. If she wants to get a policy enacted, I'm sure that she has the right connections to get it enacted. So why does she want to be the president? It's very strange. Is it just an ego thing? Is it just because I was in the White House and everything I've done has led up to me becoming the president? Like, is that what it is? Does she feel like she's worked too hard to not become the president at this point? It's interesting to me. It really is. And I want to know what you guys think, because I certainly am boggled at it. And then even if she does become the president, will she be able to stay the president? You know, will she be healthy enough to complete her run, to complete her term? Because the way it's looking right now, I'm not sure. But that's just what I think. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next video. Adios.